So I wanted to give a quick explanation on an HCG Phase 2 weight loss stall breaker that worked really well for me. I'm going to start off by saying that it is not original protocol, and the only way to break a stall on original protocol is by consuming 6 large apples a day. You start at noon one day and you continue to noon the next day, and you drink very little water just to kind of like quench your thirst. And typically it is not considered a stall if you're not losing every day. You know, there's some days where we lose pounds, there's some days where we lose inches. That's why his book is called Pounds and Inches. So don't think you're stalling just because you didn't lose weight for a day or two. That's typically normal, and sometimes it takes your body like a minute to catch up because the weight loss is so rapid on HCG that I just think it takes your body a minute to catch up with everything. So a stall is considered when you have been at the same weight for 4 days and you can like go up and down like 0.2 here or 0.4 and then, you know, fluctuating either way, and it can continue on to 10 days. And your body will naturally break your stall and you'll go back to losing again. But if you're losing your mind and losing your patience and you want to do a stall breaker, the apple day is something you can consider, but for me, that just sounded absolutely horrible. I've never had to do an apple day and I really don't want to do one. So I was kind of researching online and looking for other options besides the apple day. So I thought I'd kind of be the guinea pig about it and try it out and see how well it works. So I know this was really scary because we are taught on HCG that you do not consume any fat. And while you're strictly on protocol, I highly suggest against it. I do not consume coconut oil or macadamia nuts or almonds or any types of fat while you're on original protocol. But because this is a fat fast and what you're doing is throwing your body into a really quick ketosis, it turns your body back into a fat burning machine. And then you're able to start losing weight again and start releasing these pounds. So what I did was a macadamia nut fast, and you consume 5 ounces of macadamia nuts a day, and that puts you at about 1,000 calories. And what I do is I wake up in the morning, I measure my macadamia nuts out 1 ounce at a time, put them into snack baggies like this, and then you can just grab them and go, you know, if you're running errands or if you have to go to work, it's just already pre-done for you. And so I consume them about every 2 hours. So let's say I'll start at like 10 o'clock and do like 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And what else I did was like a mini bulletproof coffee in the morning, and I added some sweet leaf drops. And I'm saying it's like a mini bulletproof because on a fat fast, you want to keep your calories like 1,200 or below. Usually 1,000's really safe. And you're about 1,000 calories with 5 ounces of macadamia nuts. So, and that keeps you at like an 88 percentile of fat. So if you add a little bit of Kerrygold butter to your coffee, and it makes all the world of difference on how delicious your coffee is in the morning. I just did 1 teaspoon, and that put me at about a 90% fat and about 1,100 calories. And that was something I was really comfortable with. So my results for the first time I did the macadamia nut fast was I had lost 1.4 pounds the first day, and I had lost 0.8 pounds the next day. They say you do not want to consume the fat fast any more than 3 to 5 days. It's extremely low in protein, and so you can start having some muscle loss consuming it past 5 days. So you want to keep it 3 to 5 days. For me, I can only handle 2. All of the fat percentages throws me into ketosis really fast, and I start to feel like, I don't know, like weird, like dizzy, lightheaded, hungry, and really nauseous. Like the thought of food just makes me want to lose my shit. So I cannot do more than 2 days on any type of fat fasting. That's just my limit for me. Also, after you're done with your fat fast, you want to go back to protocol, and you want to make sure you're eating extremely clean, like following protocol to a T. Like no adding dairy, into it, no trying turkey or tuna, no playing with protocol. You want to go strictly right back onto protocol and eating super duper clean. And I was kind of scared about this, okay, because I do a lot of reading on blogs, and I'm really a big fan of like low carb, high fat diets. I've done a lot of reading on fat fast, putting your body into ketosis, ketogenic diets, and mostly when people do any type of fat fasting, once they go back into like low carb, high fat, they gain like 40 to 50% of the weight they lost while they were fasting back on within the first couple of days. It's totally typical and normal, right? So I'm like totally scared that going back on to protocol, I was going to gain some of that weight back. So it was what, 2.2 pounds in 2 days? And especially because you're eating Melba toast, which are high in carbohydrates, and your fruit twice a day, right? You're eating both of those twice a day. So I was totally scared to see my results the next day, and I was really surprised when I stepped on the scale and lost another 2 pounds, going back on to original protocol, and then continued to lose for a few more days after that again, and then it kind of slowed down again because I'm coming up towards the end of my round, and I'm almost hit my goal weight again. So so that was just kind of my thought process on it. So I just thought I would share what worked out well for me. Totally use this at your own discretion. It's not original protocol. It's up to you if you want to do this or do an apple day or just completely ride your stall out. If, you're not losing it mentally like I start to do. I'm one of those people, even though I say, your body's going to break your stall after 10 days, people start to lose it, and you're consuming around 500 calories a day, give or take 50 calories, and you want to see results happening and you want to see the weight shedding. So for me, this was a really good weight loss stall breaker, and try it at your own discretion and see if it works better for you than an apple day.